You're the reflection of the thing. All right, what is going on, guys? Man, Ryder's bailing out of here. We still got Bella over here on the bed there. Let's see what's going on. Just got out of church a little while ago. Went over to Mom's, picked up the dogs. My mom enjoys seeing the dogs on Sunday nights, so she got to have them for a little bit. And we are back at the house here. So also, just a side note, just so you know, I'm kind of in a lot of pain right now. My back corner of my back, I guess my ribs or something. I popped something, or when I've sneezed a couple times, really violently, and I've popped my back a couple times. I don't know if you guys have ever done that yourself, but I've done that a couple times, and then I've been trying to stretch it, and it just feels like I can't just stretch it enough. And finally, I'm to the point right now where I'm in pain if I twist or if I turn too much, if I walk up or down stairs. So I'm kind of in a lot of pain right now, but definitely did not want to bail on you guys tonight. Just kind of developed just today. It's kind of getting worse and worse, and finally really started hurting. So we'll be on here for a little while. But Bella left. But definitely wanted to get on here and chat with you guys. So, all right. I'm retired, so wife won't let me do more than 2 a month, and didn't want to drive all the way to Indiana, then be left out on the West Coast all alone. Okay, gotcha. Oh dear. Tony, please. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody, and Merry Christmas and everything going on. It's been kind of a crazy time for me. This is my first live stream back, obviously, because I did get married, and we're looking good right there. And it's been definitely a learning experience, being newly married, and all the things that just come with being newly married, and learning and growing. And so excited for the future for Miss Kara and I. Let's see. James, what's going on? I'm doing well. I'm in a little bit of pain, like I said. Could be better. I do have one special thing about tonight that does make my back or my side pain or whatever feel a little bit better. There is a gas station just not too far away from my house, and they have a certain drink there that is very, very close. It's not quite my jam, but it is my close to my favorite. They have a orange cream slushy, or whatever you want to call it. And it is so close. Obviously, it's not the real deal. It is so close to the orange cream soda that I get from Stewart's, obviously in the bottle. But this comes pretty close. And obviously, this is no joking matter here. This is a 52-ounce orange cream. It is magical. It's still not the real deal, but it's close. So. Anyways, I'm having a good time. Besides the pain on my side here, for whatever reason, I've overextended it, or something's going on. It really does hurt to go over bumps when we were driving home, even when I was driving. So, doing good besides that here. Let's see, man, having a wife is dangerous for a young buck. Man, I gotta tell you, I didn't post it on the channel. I don't. There's some people who just say, I only want to see transport stuff. I don't want to see about your life. I don't care about. Just give me the goods on industry stuff. Then there's other people who do want to hear more about all sorts of creators. Their lives, and they're invested and they care and stuff. Many of you guys have asked questions. You guys have been so supportive and encouraging. congratulating us for getting married. But we, excuse me, man, I just had a brain fart. I try to limit how much I put out, essentially, is what I'm trying to say, of just my personal stuff going on. But we, oh man, hold on, I'm popping. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow, that was not fun. Man, I'm interrupting myself so much here. But yeah, there. Anyways, all that to say, sorry. Wow, I'm so sorry. I I woke up the other day to Kara was already gone. She left the house and she was doing things, and I came down to the kitchen because I'm like, it's time to eat, folks. It's here. Let's do this. And I see a note on the refrigerator door. Daniel, breakfast is in the kitchen, or is in the refrigerator. And so I open up the refrigerator. There is a big plate and then a bowl, and it was a full breakfast: bacon, eggs, fruit, waffles, the whole thing. And she just spoiled me to death. It was fire. It was so good. There was leftover waffles over on the counter, and man, I'm like, oh my word, dude, my quality of life standard, whatever that is going up so high because I don't eat like that. Just I never ate like that, when it was just me living at the house. So yeah, I don't know how to do some of those things, but anyway, so yes, it is dangerous, but it is a good thing, and definitely grateful for her. She actually said yes, and it's a good time. So, Craig, hope all is well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully, it is for you too. Richard, go see a massage therapist. Richard, you're not wrong. I have an appointment. The soonest I could get an appointment is the 15th. And if I'm still in pain by the 15th, I'd rather take a shot. Either be shot or take a shot for the pain, because man, oh man, I'm hoping something opens up and I can sneak in there earlier than that. But if not, maybe I'll find somebody else to get an adjustment done or something. But man, we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow, as far as the load board is concerned, I'm in pain right now. Even if there were a whole bunch of loads on the load board, I would not be taking it right now because I'm in such pain right now with my side here. But yeah, so definitely going to try to take it easy the next couple of days or something. I really want to be working and doing stuff around the house still. We're still piecing everything together around the house, but just trying to get things going. Let's see. Craig again. Congratulations on the wedding. Thank you so much, man. Jeffrey, congrats to you and your bride. Man, she's awesome. I appreciate it. Brian, I noticed Fairwinds delivered a customer unit. Does that need to be cleared by your carrier? Brian, so if, first of all, at Synergy, very rarely do we actually do any customer deliveries like that. If you do, it's going to be on the backhaul board, which I believe is what Fairwinds uses, what Casey uses for all of his loads out west there. I believe they're well aware of all of those different things, being able to deliver those customer units, whether they're brand new from the manufacturer or from a dealership where they ordered it, and then they just bring it. He just brings it to their front door and says, "Here you go, enjoy your new RV." I don't know exactly how that goes at Synergy. I've not done that. Maybe somebody else at Synergy has done that. But yeah, that's all I really know on that. Brian, in other words, for approach at the truck stop, how do you handle that? Let me read that again. Sorry. In other words, approach at the truck stop or grocery store about pulling a unit. Handle that. Approached in what way, Brian? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. As if, I'm just going to guess here. If you mean if you're delivering a customer unit that it looks like it's used, you're delivering it to a person, and a police officer stops you or a DOT officer stops you. If you're asking about that, simply just showing, here's my BOL, here's my paperwork. This is the correct unit. It's the right serial number. You'll always be able to prove that with your BOL. If that's what you're asking. If I'm missing something, somebody else in the comments, let me know. But yeah, you'll always be able to prove you're not, stealing a customer unit or something. You're delivering it to a certain address. You're on your way, and your logbook would show that as well. So let's see here. Chris, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Craig, thank you so much for all your info. I'm getting all my ducks in a row to get started this spring. Awesome, Craig. Awesome. Keep it going. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already to Fair Winds and Following Seas, Weekend Trucking. Two great guys who know what they're talking about, who are just already in the industry trying to help people. And I've got them linked, I believe, on my if you go to my, not community tab, but if you go to my channels, you can subscribe and follow them off of my channels list that I'm recommending. And I definitely want to get a whole bunch of other people on that list for other people who are starting RV transport channels on YouTube. Definitely want to promote and help other people. Everybody's got a different perspective, and it can only benefit you guys. So definitely want to encourage you to check out other channels as well. Maybe there's something else somebody else says that makes you think of something that you need to look into that maybe I haven't, or I haven't said anything. So definitely a good point to do that. Let's see, man. Tim, what's going on? Happy New Year. Awesome. Eugene, I hope the honeymoon was great. Eugene, we probably had the world's shortest initial honeymoon because she had to work the next day because we moved the wedding up even earlier. Was going to be January 30th, the day before my birthday, but we moved it up to December 20th with everything going on with our world today and craziness. We wanted to move it up earlier to be earlier into 2020 before the whole country shuts down or whatever may happen with all the wackiness going on. So and to be able to still have our families there. So it was a very small wedding. So we will probably her time off is still taken off for the initial honeymoon time. That's from the 30th. That would have been a Saturday, January 30th through the 7th of February. And if the world is still functioning at that time, then we'll still go on a honeymoon and have a great time. But I'm not holding my breath right now. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that'll be the real honeymoon. She had to work a full 12 hours on Monday that next day. So I just spent the whole time working, getting stuff into the house, getting things taken care of and put together. So it was a short honeymoon initially, I guess. Tony, great idea. I will ask Kara for that. Man. Anybody who's in here who hasn't heard it already, I kind of hurt my side, my back, back here. And so I'm in quite a bit of pain right now. But if I stand just still enough, I'm okay. So I didn't want to bail on you guys tonight after saying, hey, I'm going to be doing a live. So, but yeah, definitely going to hopefully track down a heating pad. I think Kara has one. Let's see, Eugene, Happy New Year to you and your family. God bless you and your wife. Thanks so much, Eugene. Appreciate that. It's been a wild year, and I'm so grateful for how it ended for me and my family. And we're just so blessed, especially here in America, and we don't deserve it, and God is so gracious to us. So thankful for that. Jeffrey may want to consider a PT fix, but they can do wonders. Physical therapist, yeah. That sounds like a lot of pain, a lot of extra work, but you might be right, Jeffrey. If this thing doesn't rapidly get better, we may have to do something like that. I can't imagine being out on the road, hitting bumps. Excuse me. Hitting bumps going down the road on the highway, getting shook around, and enduring this pain that I've got right now. I don't want to be on the road when that happens. So we'll see how long it takes. But yeah. Marlon, what's going on? I applied to Wave Express, but I'm hearing good about other organizations too. Can you transport for 2? I just want to get my truck equipped and I'm ready to go. Marlon, awesome. So to answer your question, because you are in towaway, division rather than drive away where you're driving a bus or something to a location and dropping off, you are technically going to be leasing on your personal truck. You're going to be leasing it to the transport company for them to technically for them to have you haul their goods across the country. So if you're leasing it to one company, technically you cannot lease to a second company. I know technically, legally you can't. That doesn't mean that people don't. I would not recommend that, because if that's the case, that means you have 2 logbooks, and you are not allowed to have 2 logbooks. So don't do that. I'm sure I've heard of other people who have gotten away with it. They had 2 companies they drove for. They leased their truck on to 2 companies, had 2 logbooks. When one didn't have work, they would go to the other one. They would go back and forth. I'm not smart enough or dumb enough to be able to do that and to keep things straight. I would eventually mess it up, and something would go terribly wrong. And so don't have 2 logbooks. Don't get leased on with 2 companies. You will be in big trouble if you get caught, if you get in an accident. I'm sure insurance things, I'm sure there would be a big headache with that. So yeah, that's my thought for that. But that's awesome. You're getting ready to go. Just be careful. Make every decision very cautiously, and you'll do well. You still with Synergy? I'm going for orientation. Mm-hmm. Hey, wow. I am still with Synergy. If you're already signed up for orientation on Thursday, then that simply means you've already turned in your application. So at the bottom of the application, it'll say, who referred you or how did you find out about us? If you didn't put on that application that you heard about Synergy from the High Mileage Helper or Daniel from YouTube, or put my driver number down, then I won't be able to get credit for it if you've already turned in that application. But I do appreciate you, thinking about me for that. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to be, kind of after the fact, be able to say, hey, oh yeah, I'm already signed up with you, but it was, the High Mileage Helper that told me. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to buy that. You can try if they allow you to add that, or be able to tell them, just say, honestly, this is really the person who referred me. Then great. Just send me an email about that. Let me know. But it's not a must. I do appreciate it if anybody does that. Definitely would be a help to me and my wife, just paying the house and bills and getting the house with all the apparently necessary things to make the house pop, whatever that means. I've got bare walls, and she is putting things everywhere. So making it a home. So anyways, yeah, I appreciate that, but not a must. Todd, how does that little battery work, fifth wheels jacks? Todd, yes, so it works very well. I've only had maybe one fifth wheel where the jacks were just extremely slow. I've always been able to have power. I've heard of other people talk about some of the smaller, red and black jacks that are, I'm sorry, batteries that hangs on the A-frame there, where you normally put your marine battery. But it's worked very well for me. What I have noticed, it's been almost 5 years. I did have a marine battery for, I believe, 2 years total, my first 2 years, and then I kind of switched. I had one that lasted close to 2 years, the really small one. And then I bought a second one, and I foolishly left it at a dealership, so that was dumb. After like 4 months of using it, I feel terrible about that. And then I bought another one, and that's the one I currently have now. It has lasted over a year, I believe, already now. It's been worked very well for me. So, yeah, they work well. Maybe on some bigger fifth wheels, you might have a little trouble. But the truth is, if you're getting power from your 7-pin from your truck, then your battery shouldn't be a big issue for the slide outs. So that, shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Oh man. Per charge more. Chris James, you check out Weekend Trucking channel. Yeah, definitely guys, go check him out for real. He's a really good guy. Eugene, I think what Brian is asking is if a person went to at the store and asked you to haul their camper, how do you handle that? Oh, wow. I am super slow. Thank you, Eugene. Wow, and I'm kind of behind in the chat here as well, but oops, I'm really behind. I'm sorry. Yeah, you would have to contact your company, say, hey, I've got somebody who wants this moved. They would have to coordinate, and then you could be able to be the person who does pull that. I would assume it takes probably a full day to get that negotiated and worked out. Maybe not, maybe less, maybe just a few hours. But that is definitely possible. You do just have to be able to, if you're going to be commercially going for hire, it needs to be underneath your transporting company's DOT number, and they need to know about it. You can't just put your placards on, get paid cash, and then just go down the road. Synergy, you have to have a BOL. You've got to run it legit. Otherwise, you'll be in big trouble. So, yeah. Swing from the ceiling. Well, where am I at here? Brandon, are you talking about side gig work? Frank, happy to be back on your live. Just came back on Friday night. Trip from what city to Happy? Wow. Okay, Frank. Man, you're all over the place. Gotcha. Tim, you have to quit. Sweet. Oh, Bella Ryder's in trouble now. I don't know if you heard her, but they're doing something wrong. Swing from the ceiling fan. Oh, I checked him out briefly. Having much time in the past few weeks, because he is. It was 2 days, and we only went to a local hotel. Gotcha, Eugene. Yeah, we literally went for one night to a hotel. I figured we're not going to just come home. We've got to do something. So I tried to find one of the nicest hotels, the nicest rooms here where I live, and had a good time there. So, yeah, let's see. Fuzzy, you may need to have your own authority. A company may not cover you. Then book the load. Fuzzy, exactly. They're most of the time they're willing to do it. They're going to get, if they're going to have their skin in the game for insurance purposes, then they're going to want a piece of the pie. But if the person who's wanting to have this delivered or transported, if they can work out a deal between the two, then you can be a part of that and be the guy to do it. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you had your own authority, then go knock yourself out and haul that on your own. If you have your own DOT number and all that. But yeah, you would need the company's full permission and a BOL from them to do that. Do weekly appointments for 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah. We may be there, Marlon. May be there tomorrow. I don't know. Oh, that was good pop. That was slightly a little bit of a relief. Eugene, if you don't heating pad, get a clean sock, put uncooked rice. Wow. And heat it in the microwave. My mom made it a bunch. She heard, wow, Eugene, that is really neat. Uncooked rice, heat it up. That's crazy. Huh. Brian, yesterday, hopefully, then hit the trash bin. Brian, yeah, I've been a little behind. I have seen there's been a few emails that have come through. I will definitely get back to you. I'm not trying to dodge anybody. I will try to get with everybody possible. But yeah, sorry about that. I will get back with you. Happy New Year. Congratulations on your marriage. It was really beautiful. Thanks so much, Nature Nut Photos. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Randy, aren't you getting married? Watched your video. Thanks so much, Randy. Appreciate that. Is it just your back pain? Not to scare you, but that's how my first heard back pain, then cough and fever. Yeah, so it's been like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, and it's just gotten slightly worse and worse. I've been moving boxes. I've been moving beds. I've been moving everything. So it's slowly gotten worse, but I think I like either pinched something or coughed too hard or something, or sneezed too hard. And I think that's just what it is. Hopefully that's all it is, but it's like, it feels like a pinched nerve or something back there that I can't like pop, or I can't whatever enough. Can't oh man. Yeah, can't do that. So we'll see, Craig. Randy, how do you feel about doing CDL? If you could, looks to me like it might be too much of a hassle. I was not sure. How do you feel about it? Randy, great question. So I'll just say this: if you've got a 3/4 ton with a 10,000 GVWR, I would say and unless if you've got a 3/4 ton truck without a CDL, I would not go get a CDL. You're already going to be able to pull up to 16,000 pound, travel trailers, fifth wheels, depending on what your truck can actually, handle the limits of that, depending on how old it is. A dually, my dually is 12,300 pounds. All the 13s and newer, I believe, they're all 14,000 GVWR. If you don't have a CDL and you have a dually that's a 14,000 pound GVWR, I would consider it, because that means that you're only able to pull 12,000 pounds. And 12,000 pounds covers almost every single Oh yeah. The orange cream is back at it, which is not, again, the Stewart's orange cream soda, but yeah. So anyways, if it were me with a 12,000 pound trailer GVWR that I can pull at the most, I would definitely consider it. The travel trailers are going to be pretty much almost all of them you'll be able to cover. It's going to be the fifth wheels that are, fifth wheel GVWRs start at 10,000. I haven't seen anything less than that. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. And they go up from there. I've pulled ones that were 10,000, that were 10.5, that were 11. I think all the way up to 13. I don't know if I've gotten one that was, was perfectly at my peak where it's 13,700. But anyways, yeah, to answer that question, it's kind of depending on your situation. For the most part, I would say no. But there would be some situations where if you're limited on your GVWR for the trailer, I might go ahead and bump up to that CDL. Yes, it's going to be much more weight, of course. You will be paid more per mile, and depending on fuel and your economy on your truck, there's a lot of those variables that I can't really get into. But I would say yes, if you're in that tight position where you can only hold You can only pull so much with being up against that wall of 26,000. Man, I'm really behind. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh, dear. I just scrolled all the way down. Wow. I'm terrible. Sorry, guys. Wow. I really am. Okay. Now, on Synergy, which company should I sign up for? Mothership or okay? Pro Charged Mopar. Great question. My understanding is Synergy. I've directly asked our recruiter guy. I've asked. Oh man, what is his name? Oh, Jeremy. I've talked with Jeremy. I asked, hey, are there changes? What's going on? Are there things coming down the pipeline that I need to know about? Is there what's the deal? His response to me was they saw our company growing and booming, and they wanted to acquire a growing, booming company. And so they don't just own other transport companies. They have transport companies as well as other companies across the board all over the place in other industries. And so they simply said the higher up, obviously it's a different owner, but everybody in-house, as far as he even knew, nothing is changing. No policies are changing at Synergy. It's the same thing with different owners, but now we apparently have multiple more resources because of the Patrick Industries, who owns Indiana Transport, and now Synergy. They have their fingers all over the place for networking purposes. So essentially, go with Indiana Transport, go with Synergy. I'm biased. I've been with Synergy for almost 5 years. Do what you want to do. But to my understanding, nothing's going to change. I'm sure there were people who said when they acquired Indiana Transport, when Patrick Industries acquired Indiana Transport, I am sure there were people who said, she's up here with me. Oh, she's gone now. I'm sure that there were people who said, oh, they changed everything. And I don't know about that. Complete company shakeup. I'm sure that happens. People get fired. They change all the policies. But this industry is volatile enough. I don't see that happening, especially in a quick amount of time. I heard people say once Patrick Industries acquired Indiana Transport, that everything just kind of blew up immediately. And I just don't think that really happens, especially in this industry. So I could be wrong. That's just my thought, though. Let's see here. Eugene, I have an identical twin. Team drove with me. No need for 2 logbooks. That is awesome. Oh my word, that's terrible, but that's awesome. That is hilarious. Oh man, that hurts to laugh. Oh. I did end up putting your name in HighMileageHelper. Oh my word! Wow. Okay, but didn't know your full info, so you can try to confirm on your end. Okay. I'm gonna butcher this. Alita Plays. If you could send me an email with your full name, I'll be able to try to reach out and ask about you. Once I believe it's 5,000 safe loaded miles. So not total miles, loaded miles. That's when I would get a bonus or something. So if you can just send me an email or Instagram or whatever with your full name, I'll write that down, and a little later I'll be able to do that. But yeah, if you put HighMileageHelper down, Jeremy does know me. I've talked with him several times. I just try to ask questions about Synergy, about the industry, just to try to be able to maybe spit more information out to you guys. If there's anything to know that's coming down the road for us as drivers from time to time. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Tony, nothing on the load board. Yep. Last time I saw, there was like 2 going to Canada or something. That was it. So this is definitely the time where my video talking about the Christmas, New Year shutdown is here. And then the next video talking about what I've done to find a way to make money. It was at this time last year where I started doing DoorDash. I did Grubhub, Roadie. Now I've got Uber Eats. I've got multiple different apps here where I live that there's consistent, solid money. Maybe it's different for where you live. If you go back and check out my videos from almost a year ago, you'll be able to see that. If you really wanted to, you could sign up to do those delivery, food delivery things underneath my link. You don't have to. It is what it is. But yeah, that's what I did last year. If my back is feeling better, I will be doing that this week, probably along with other house stuff and taking care of things. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Chris, also thank you for trying to help the battery issue that I had. Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, that was weird. Usually it's the fuse that goes to that jack, but yeah, no problem. James, hey Daniel, I use your referral. I too will be at orientation on Thursday. Oh wow, okay. So James, I'm assuming James Porter, is that your actual last name? If it's not, just man, I can't remember what I've got written down already, but if you wouldn't mind, just send me an email if I can talk, saying that, that you use me as a referral. I really do appreciate that. You guys don't have to do that. It's a decent sized bonus. I'm just here to help. If there was $0 bonus, I wouldn't care. I'm happy to help. If Synergy works out for you, great. I'd love to help. Answer any questions about Synergy. If it doesn't work, then I wish you the best of luck at any other company, and be a help there as well. With anything in the industry. So, let's see. Hello. Oh, great one. Slacker. Okay, what's going on, the cookie? Oh my word. Jeffrey, are you seeing a rate drop at Synergy? I would have to actually see loads to be able to see their pay rate to be able to tell you if there is a pay drop. That's what I'm hearing coming down from other drivers. That's just hearsay. I don't know. I'm not panicked. I've talked about this in multiple videos, talking about when they drop the pay incentive, the 40-cent incentive that has been going on for a lot longer than I thought it even would be. So this is coming, and the handwriting is already on the wall. People are going to be dropping off as soon as they see a pay drop. They're going to be jumping ship to the next company over here who still has it, but they're, the rug's going to be swept out from underneath them. It's just going to happen, guys. That's just how it goes. Yeah. I took the weight of my extra fuel tank from my max payload when towing a fifth wheel. Should I read that right? Extra fuel tank from my max payload when towing a fifth wheel. Tim, yes. I know for my tank, I believe I think it's about 900 pounds that I'm at. Excuse me. And I think with a full load in my auxiliary fuel tank, I think it's like 900 pounds. I could be off, or really off. Maybe there's somebody else who can answer that better for you. But I believe that is how you would do that for your gross, combination for all that. Marlon, I'm on trailer RV. I report to wave when I'm on vacation using my truck to pull it. Marlon, no, that is if you are not under load, if you don't have a BOL, you are allowed to pull your own camper as long as you have obviously your own personal insurance to cover that RV going down the road. You are good to go. You don't have to report to them. If you were to, let's say, while you're on vacation, let's see, how will that work? If you're on vacation, you drop the trailer, wherever you're at, essentially you would drop your trailer. If you want to go pick up a load and then go deliver it and then come back to your camper wherever you left it, that would still be perfectly fine, because that's where you started the destination. That would be, your temporary home base or whatever you would call that. So I believe you would still be fine there. So as long as you have the proper insurance for your camper already, you should be fine. If I'm wrong in that, somebody please correct me. Let me know. But I believe you should be fine. You won't have to report to them. If you call and you're under dispatch and you're driving down the road with that, actually, I think you would be. Somebody else in the comments, let me know. I'm going brain dead here. Frank, congratulations on your marriage for Kara, and you happy New Year and happy life to you too. Thanks so much, Frank. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're having a good time. It's the coolest thing when you're married to your best friend and you've been best friends for almost 5 years, and not a whole lot changes. It's just a growth, growing together, and it's the same old silly conversation, same old wild things that come up. It's just fun. So I'm sure there's much more to marriage than just the honeymoon phase or whatever you want to say. But I feel like doing it the right way, the time we've taken to invest into our relationship, learning how to communicate. We may be in a honeymoon phase right now, but I hope we're always in that honeymoon phase. She's not going to get old and boring to me. She's going to be my best friend through life, going together, and it'll just be a crazy time, crazy great time. So, yeah. Randy, I watched and also talked to Sean from We talked for a while. He gave me a lot of great info. Awesome, Randy. Awesome. Very good. Go ahead. Oh man, I'm way behind. Oh my word. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm like 10 years behind. Wow. Okay. We just arrived in Goshen. Awesome. The bandits are here. Everybody go check out Transport Bandits. I know I'm super behind in the chat here. Go check out the Transport Bandits. They've got some videos. They're going to be putting more and more videos out for transporting, RV transport. Going to have some good information, another perspective to write down. I'm going to have them in my channels thing on my page or whatever to go check out. So go ahead and check them out, subscribe, and see what info they can share with you guys. We're both in orientation Tuesday. Okay, I think we're talking about this. We have some great info. You're the best. Hey, again, any way I can help, let me know. Happy to help. And again, I will definitely be going whenever I do get a load next time. Be able to go into Synergy and grab that gift you left us. So thank you so much. Oh man, I'm leaving Kansas. Yes, I think from Montreal. Okay, gotcha. Kansas. There. 4350. One with the Woodhouse sleeper berth for team driving. Oh no. What happened? Transport Bandits. What happened to your truck? Fuel discounts are you seeing on average? Everyone else, Jeffrey. So with Synergy, our biggest fuel discounts are with TA and Petro. Those two are kind of linked. Pilot and Flying J are linked as well. We have very, very few fuel discounts at certain locations. Very small list of locations for those. Also, we have like 10 cents off of Love's, I think. Don't quote me on that. But TA and Petro at Synergy, that's our jam. We get anywhere from, 30 to like 70 cents off. Depending on where you're at in the country. It's almost every single TA and Petro everywhere. So yeah, Jeffrey, on average, significant. Whatever the price says on the screen outside, it's quite a bit less than that. Eugene, 2001 ton dually 14. Everything except an extra fuel tank is 9,000. I can still haul. 14. Eugene, so if you are not CDL, you'll only be able to pull 12. My truck, everything except an extra. Yeah, I can still haul. If you have a CDL, then you're good to go for as much as you need. But if you are pulling underneath Synergy or Indiana Transport or wherever, if your truck GVWR is 14, then depending on, maybe some other companies do it differently, but at least at Synergy, if your truck is at 14,000, the highest GVWR for a trailer you'll be able to pull is 12. So yeah. Brandon, straight on my hotshot and looking to do RV hotshot. I've watched some of your videos and research to obtain apportion plates immediately for this industry. Brandon, I'm not sure on that. I'm not a CDL guy. Maybe somebody in the comments can let you know on that. I'm sorry I can't help with that answer. I don't want to guess and give you bad info. Sorry about that, Brandon. I can tell you I don't. I believe that's only for CDL drivers, and with that it comes a whole other bag of worms or whatever. I just don't know. So sorry about that. Isaac, congratulations to you and your new wife. Thanks so much. Al Hans, hello, howdy. Transport, remember the Ford outfitter for the Woodhouse duty. Issues that could get fixed by today, so we're Ram. Gotcha. Okay, Bandit. Gotcha. All right, baby. Are you in a pickup running CDL? Oh, okay. Why does your back hurt? Isaac, so the last 3 days, I've been moving boxes and doing different things at weird angles and stuff around the house, getting the house put together. I don't know if you know, but just recently got married, so it's like my lower, I feel like I almost there's been times where I've sneezed so hard that I've cracked my back, and so I don't know if that's what happened back here, but literally it feels as if I just can't pop it, or it's so stretched, like I hyperextended it or something. So yeah, kind of in a lot of pain right now. It kind of hurts to move around. We won't be able to keep the wheels running 24 hours a day for at least this first month. Okay, bandits, gotcha. Man. Just rolling. Get. Oh dear, I'm really far behind. Well. Okay. Just getting rolling. I'm trying to get a lot of easier trouble. Trying to decide if I should fix the emission system or delete it. RV SWAT. If there's any EPA guys at the DOT way stations, you could get in trouble. I've heard. My brother's buddies, cousins, nephews, cats, birds, best friend got hit for being deleted and da 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 da. I've never heard of anyone personally who actually got in trouble, who got parked until the emissions was put back on. I have no idea, but that is the risk if you were to delete doing this industry, going through the way stations. That would be potentially an issue for you. But there's definitely, if you've got an EGR trouble code, probably means that it is your EGR valve or your cooler are plugged up. I've got videos talking through precisely how to go through every single thing to clean those out, to get them working again. Sometimes the valve sticks. RV SWAT, if I can talk to you on the phone, I will definitely do that. Maybe I can help and kind of diagnose with you what's going on. Send me an email or Instagram, and we'll talk about that. But hopefully I can be a help to you with that. The Cookie, God bless, brother. Appreciate it, Cookie. Hopefully you have a good one, man. Howdy RV SWAT. Yeah, as most truck can weigh, including if you have a not exceed 12, and is how many pounds your truck is rated to tow. Yes. Yeah. So the 12,000 DBWR. Just because your truck only weighs 9,000 pounds, that doesn't mean you get to make up the difference from 9,000 pounds of an actual weight to get up to 26,000 pounds. Unfortunately, if we're not CDL, these companies, or by law, I don't know which exactly it is, we're not allowed to go by our actual weight. We have to go by our GVWR, which is obviously much higher because that would be the full capacity for that. So, while in 6 months after the 40% is gone, I would bet that it gets reinstated. Hawaiian, I don't think you're too far off. There's going to be, I believe, there's going to be a sharp drop off of people who say, can't make any money in this. They weren't running it like a business to begin with. They were running it as a side hustle for fun. They never held any money back for maintenance. They weren't tracking their fuel economy, their per mile, really understanding how much they were making before, and now they don't know how to cut and save and live off of as least as possible. I'm gonna text Kara. I can't really. Could you turn that down? Down. Okay. Let's see here. But yeah, Ohio, and I'm with you. Jeffrey, where do you think so on average after the 40% is gone, considering the fuel cost increase? So Jeffrey, great question. Where do I think it's going to be at? So I don't know where other people are at. I don't know where other people are at other companies, but right before we got this 40-cent incentive, they actually dropped our price. So at Synergy, the lower pay was $115 a mile, and the higher pay, the higher pay was $128 a mile. They dropped off, man. They dropped off. Hold on here 1 second. They dropped off, I believe it was 8 cents. So it went from 115 to 107 and 128 to 120. And then it went 40 cents higher. So it went from, so 107 to 147, and then it went from 120 to 160, and then all the extra incentives and things that they were so desperate to get most of these trailers out. It was even 70s, 80s, 90s, over $2. So where do I think it's going to land at after everything kind of settles down? I think we're going to be back at somewhat of our original price. In the higher 120s, maybe 30s. The fuel price has kind of gone up. I don't know if you've noticed. I've been kind of tracking it a little bit, even though I haven't been on the road, being so busy right now. But it's been it has been going back up from what I can see. So after the election, fuel prices really go down during elections, and then they come right back up, which apparently is supposed to. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but apparently some people think, oh wow, the fuel prices went down, so things really changed. But nevertheless, I think they're going to come back slightly higher than they were right before when they did drop it down. So that's my thought for that. So let's see here. And I know I'm still behind. I'm so sorry. What is your mileage on your truck? Oh man. truck right now? And when, if are you going to replace it with a new or newer one? Oh man. So right now I believe I'm at 580, 586, 586,000 miles. Everything's going smooth for right now. I'm going to run it till the wheels fall off or the engine drops out. I don't know. I've got quite a bit of parts put back into it. I've replaced quite a bit. I've put injectors, and then basically everything else that's smaller I've done once or twice, including the regular maintenance or brake pads and various things, rotors, stuff like that. Original turbo, original transmission. I'm probably going to be willing to replace each of those one time before I kick the truck to the side or just retire it and keep it at the house for grunt work or my other business that I've started. But great question for that. And if you want to know my actual mileage that I'm getting out on the road loaded, I'm probably at that higher overall mileage. I'm getting roughly 10 to maybe 12-ish loaded, and with wind and craziness, maybe 15 to 17 and a half unloaded for that as well, if anybody cared for that. Let's see. We're not letting a little setback stop us from starting our new business. Booyah, bandits! Let's go. I love it. That's awesome. And absolutely, guys. Again, check them out. For real, they're gonna have great content. And I know when I first started my very first video, please don't go back and watch it. It's tragic. My very first video was doing my AC condenser on my truck. I believe there was some type of rock or something, came up and punctured something. And it was tragic. I filmed it in portrait instead of landscape. And it didn't even occur to me till later on in the video. And so I can just tell you, the Transport Bandits, they have already got the production quality much, much better than I started off with. And they're killing it. So go ahead and check them out. I came from the bottom of the barrel. And I'm still in the barrel, but maybe I'm not at the bottom. I don't know. So yeah, awesome. Good evening from South Alabama. What's going on, Josh Jordan? Glad to have you here, man. John Cantrell, how is the gross total this year for when you started? If you're asking my gross, what I grossed this year, I don't know. Be getting that in the mail, I'm assuming, sometime soon. I can tell you it's been less. It's probably less than last year. But I'm also kind of supplementing other businesses that I'm starting up, and I'm doing other things. I'm wanting to be home more. I'm not the guy. Fair winds and following seas. He hits the road very hard. He is not messing around. He's out on the road quite a bit. I'm going to be home more and more. I'm still going to be doing this channel, still be putting out things that I've learned along the way, trying to be help, still doing this job. But definitely trying to be home more with my family and just kind of trying to enjoy life rather than being out on the road so much. So I do enjoy being home more than on the road. So anyways, let's see. Eugene, I have a CEO, played at 26,000. Okay. Eugene, so you were the person earlier. I'm trying to remember. 14,000. Okay, so I believe if you've got a CDL, you would be able to get plated all the way up to the max you would really want to do is the max total you could haul with your truck. It's like 50 something, 55 total. Let's see. CDL A endorsement CDL. Let's see, pull over 26,000. Yep, like seeing your gross combination. Yeah. Al Hollins, yeah. So you'll definitely be able to pull more than. I think you're just going to have to. Maybe it's different in other states. I'm not for sure, but I thought if you had a CDL and you're going to pull a much heavier overall trailer, that you would. Oh wait, I'm sorry. If you have a CDL, then that would mean you would be able to do that. So yeah, okay, gotcha. With the CDL stuff, I'm I'm not the guy. I wish I knew more to be able to confidently talk on some of those things, but I do know a portion of that. Just sub to your channel. See, you're in Tennessee. I'm in North Georgia. Awesome, Tim. Subscribing to the Bandits. Awesome. Oh dear, I just scrolled way too high. As for the Ford, we just wanted to be like you, so we left our Ford at home and switched to our Ram. I gotcha. Yeah, my faithful Ford departed from me in the hills of Missouri. Oh man, how I work. I passed my last week. School, very good. 27, but I only have a regular CDL B. Yeah, that's why I have a B, Class B as well. And then up to 26,000. Not pulling overtime. I'm just a couple counties away from you guys. I'm getting signed on with Bennett. Hopefully getting started in the next few days. Awesome, Brian. Very good. When do you see the loads picking up and the load boards filling up? Tim, great question. Usually it's the middle of January. Well, depending. Whenever there's a shutdown, there's always kind of a lag behind. So we really might have more trailers coming out of the manufacturers for the next week or so, or maybe it's already kind of finished up. But usually, because they shut down for roughly a week and a half, 2 weeks, there's generally that lag behind. It lags into the middle of January. Every year is different. I can't give an absolute, but generally it's about middle of January, in between, I would say the 10th and the 15th, somewhere in there, is when things start getting pumped out enough to where loads actually hit the load boards. Rather than drivers standing there begging for a load, they'll go anywhere and they get taken before you even see them on the load board. Or you hit refresh a million times and still not able to find a trailer. So middle of January is generally when it's been every year. Somewhere in there, if you're really, really desperate, I'm sure you could just, call crazily, go nuts with it, and call and refresh the button and see if there's any loads. But I don't really want to be that guy. So if you want to be, you can, if it comes down to it. But about middle of January, things really start picking up, and then it's just full steam ahead again all the way until July. But we'll see again with our country and the government and viruses and whatever. We'll see how things go. So let's see here. Where am I at? Looking at trucks this week, doing CDL runs. Several others. Pastor Anthony Lucas, looking at trucks this week. Are you doing CDL runs? So I can only do CDL runs that are 13,700 pounds and below that. There's not very many CDL runs that they would consider a CDL run, but there are. So I do take a few of those at times. Going to run it like a business. That's the only way to do it. Booyah! That's right. There's so many people out there who they don't put money back, and they get caught with a breakdown, and then they say, "Oh, you can't make any money in this," and you've been spending money on a variety of other things, or maybe you just have you're someone who has so many bills or a large family or a lot of debts outstanding that you've got to be able to pay, and you're not running hard enough to be able to pay those. There's so many different factors, but definitely with you, it's got to be a business. Deleting your truck is a jailable offense. Matt Shaw. Gotcha. Transport Bandits, we never counted on the incentive. Anyways, yep, that's what I said in my video. That's right on. That's the target. Everything else is just gravy above that. Kevin Parker for the last month. Been watching your videos along with Fairwinds, Falling Seas, and Weekend Tripping. Everything you guys do. Want to start, but I'm going to wait to see how the industry trends through next month. Kevin, that's not a bad idea. I believe things will pick up. But my bigger concern, rather than just our industry, is our overall government and things happening in our country, and the unrest of things that are going to be happening, I guess, in the next couple of weeks. So I would definitely wait if I were you to kind of see. I definitely that's a safe play. Instead of making some rash decision, waiting, you cannot go wrong doing that. We knew that would go away. Yep. If the wheels fall off, then just put new ones on and keep going. That's right. That's right, Chris. I'm with you. What differentiator do you have? Frank, at one time I knew that, and that is not right now, unfortunately. I think it was the 3.7, 3.71, or 3.74, whatever it is. Ratio. I'm not for sure on that. I'm not sure. RAM has so just a baby. Yep. Have you ever had the fuel getter stuck on way past full? We're going by electric fuel range as we will look into it. Any ideas? Your fuel indicator stuck on way past full. So, the best, man. Depending on where you're at, I would just suggest to you either fill it up all the way again, and maybe that'll help jostle it loose. If the float in your actual tank is hung up on something or caught, maybe that's it. If it's not that, then maybe the actual fuel pump that goes down into your tank. I've seen mine being pulled because I added a different fuel pump, an aftermarket fuel pump, the AirDog 2 4G, which has a sump pump rather than a draw pump. It sucks out the bottom of the tank rather than draws it up. I had issues with my fuel gauge either going to zero or being full all the way as well because of the electrical connector there. Maybe that's it, maybe not. I would just try to jostle it loose anyway, somehow, some way. Maybe it's frozen. I don't know if that's even possible in the tank there. Maybe it's stuck on something. I would just try to investigate that a little bit more, but it's kind of hard underneath the truck, looking up there, trying to, bang on something. That's a tough one. I'm not sure on that. That being stuck on all the way past full there. CT Off-Road, what's going on? Glad to have you here. How you liking married life, man? It is the best. It is awesome. She's my best friend, and it seems like nothing's changed, but obviously things have changed. Just getting the house put together and just learning how to live with each other, how she operates, how I operate. It's very different. Now I have, where's she at? I've got Bella here. That was Kara's dog that she got when she was 8 weeks old. 3 years ago. So we've got two dogs in the house, and we've thrown a lot of my old stuff away to make room for her stuff, things that I should have thrown away years ago. But having a great time and just loving life, learning together, and it's been a good time. So, yeah. Oh, man. And I'm in pain here. We only have 5 videos. First one was horrible, but we're learning. Hey, that's what it's all about. I've watched tons of hours and hours and hours of videos of how to do YouTube, how to be good on camera and all this stuff. I'm still not, but I've always heard from people, your first video is your worst video, and it can only go up from there. And so I certainly feel like that's been the case for me, just kind of learning and asking questions and trying to learn how to do video editing and all this stuff. So definitely riding the struggle bus. Even still, I feel like I've kind of hit a plateau. I don't know how to do a certain level of higher quality video stuff, but trying to level up and trying to learn, and we're all learning together here. So definitely with you. For ones may know the answer on CDL. Yeah, definitely. He is the man with the plan on that. Great attitude and communication, brother. God bless. Good night. Thanks, L. Hollins. Appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that as well. Have a good one, man. Thanks so much. Let's see here. Tim Freeman, thank you for subscribing. So appreciate it. We'll get back for never take it life too seriously. That's right. Do you have a video, or can you be going through way stations? Great wedding. You guys are blessed. Thanks so much. Tic-tac-toe. I guess I can. It's probably going to be rare for me going through a port of entry, again, going out west. But I can definitely talk through way stations, just give a brief conversation through what it's like going through it, even going through an actual level 1 inspection maybe. I think some other people have done. I think Fair Winds has maybe talked about that as well, but I'd definitely be willing to talk about that, my perspective on that. But yeah, way stations are it's the scariest of times. It's the most exciting times when you leave, and you know, you do your PTI, you check for everything, make sure you're good to go, you're legal, your lights are working, everything, power's working, you're as safe as possible. Essentially, way stations are there to hopefully help you or enforce that you are being safe out on the road. And some others might seem like they're out to kill us, but I understand both thoughts on that. But they're essentially there to help us be more safe, and to make sure that we're going to be safe if there is something that's unsafe. So every time I go through a way station, no matter what, whether I've done my PTI 5 seconds ago or 4 hours ago, I am always on pins and needles thinking, this is it, I'm toast. They're going to find some type of crazy thing on my truck. They're going to find some issue that only could happen to me, and they're going to hit me with a nuclear bomb, and I'm toast. And they're going to park me for 10 weeks. I'll never see my family again, and I'm just going to be shot on sight. And then I drive through, and they wave me on and give me the green light. And then, you know, all the blood rushes back to my head, and I'm not stroking out at that point. So, anyways, yeah, crazy thoughts that can come up there. But yeah, definitely would love to do that and go through that with you. Definitely put money back into the truck. Started with only a bumper pull, worked my way into a fifth wheel hitch. Very good, very smart. And airbags, even smarter. Booyah. Now saving for expansion tank. Gotcha. Very good. That's taking it one step at a time, just kind of stair stepping it. There's no shame in that. That's the conservative, safe thing to do. Very good. Brian Anderson, wow. Howdy, neighbor. Is leading your truck a jailable offense? Okay, David. Evening, Daniel. I'd hoped to have my truck sent by mid. Oh dear. Man, I'm behind again. Man, so far behind. Run through and then lost my job. Oh, David. Man, that is rough. Sorry to hear that. Man. Well, keep us up to date. What's going on? Being able to get that going for you. M. Walker, not a jailable from what I know, but rather a stupid thing to do until your warranty runs out. Yeah, I believe, I don't know if it's a jailable offense for that stuff. I don't know too much about that. I do believe it is a finable offense where they will fine you a large amount of money if you do that. So, yeah. Could it be the fuel sender? The fuel sender. The only fuel sender I can think of would be the fuel pump, where the pump inside that tank would be sending the sender. Yeah, the wiring. I would just think it's the wiring, or something being caught up maybe in that. Um, yeah, it's all one assembly inside that fuel tank. So there's going to be, and I don't know if you look it up online, look up fuel pump, an in tank fuel pump for your regular main tank. It has I think it's like yellow or something, but it's got the actual float, I believe. It's got the actual pump itself, and then at the top of it, it would then connect to a multiple little harnesses or whatever for the electrical for all of those different things in it. So it's essentially one assembly, I believe. I could be wrong, but yeah. Misdemeanor to modify any emissions system. Oh, wow, misdemeanor. Can you legally use a truck as a sleeper? Depending on the truck, I know a mega cab is it has the right dimensions for a sleeper. Because I'm not team driving or using it as a sleeper. I can in my regular truck that I have, just regular crew cab 3500. But doing a team driving with an actual, trying to count that towards my logbook while someone else is driving down the road, that's a no-go. In most cases, for every 3500 or low or less, I believe. Daniel, remember your stuff is now carrier stuff. There you go. We have our stuff in greater quantity in the house now. So there you go. Tim, thank you. Congratulations on new marriage, and hope you can get your back fixed soon. Thanks so much, Tim. Me too. I don't know how long I'm going to last here. Sitting at this angle, I'm kind of twisted a little bit to sit like this. I'm going to sit in this recliner here in a little bit here, but yeah, appreciate that. For used truck, what is a good baseline for mileage? I want to start out with something like plus miles due to maintenance costs, correct? Well, I'll say this, Pastor Anthony, I would say this. My truck, I got it at 79,000 miles. I didn't have to do anything to my truck. I think the very first thing that happened to my truck was a water pump, and that was somewhere in the 200,000 range. I did a water pump. I don't think I could be way off and misremembering a lot of these things, but I didn't have any real issues that were like more than a $20 part or anything like that until like low 300,000 range. Ever since then, there's been a steady stream of small to maybe medium replacement parts or different little things along the way. 150,000 miles to me says if you're going to be running the tires off of it, if you're going to be going, 100,000 miles in 1 year is not much. I mean, that's well, to some, it's all relative there, but you can definitely put on 100,000 miles on your truck for sure. I know I did this last year, I believe. So that's 50,000 miles loaded and then unloaded. So if you're just kind of going off of that, if you only did 100,000, that's 100,000 a year. So for me, 150,000, that seems low to me. It's just barely broken in. Maybe you have some parts. Not every truck's the same. Maybe you have a different situation that would come up that was different from mine. But to be honest, I really did not have any issues until really the 300,000s. That's pretty much it. So 150,000 mile truck wouldn't scare me as long as I saw a good maintenance record. If I knew who actually was selling it, is it some kid being dumb with a big truck, or is it an older guy who knows not to be dumb with the stuff? It's just one of those things. So I would want to see maintenance records, oil changes. I would want to see as many suspension and steering, lubrications done. If they even wrote that down, if they greased all the things that need to be greased. Those are my thoughts. I would maybe, just because I would want to get as much life out of it as possible, I would probably be around the 100,000 mile range if I were to do it again. But 150, I mean, I'm at 586 right now, and I still feel like I have quite a bit of life left. But I have put some money into the truck in the last year or two, and I will be probably in the next year or two as well, especially with not having a turbo or a transmission blow yet. And I'm sure as soon as I say that, it'll blow tomorrow or something. But it is what it is. But that would be my thought. Fair winds and following seas, the reset channel man. Yes, sir. He is here. Awesome, awesome. Oh, man. A fine and maybe shut down, but no jail time. Okay, jumped in on the middle of that. What did I talk about before? Fair winds. I can't even remember right now. Sorry about that. Oh, oh dear. I am so far behind. Wow. I keep saying that. Okay, there he is. Okay. Oh, I've skipped somebody. Plus TP and not DOT, two different departments. Yeah. Hey, brother, I started orientation Tuesday. You're driving semi. Any advice? Love your channel. Hope I get to meet you. Michael Hayes, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. If I were you, obviously, if you're driving a semi, you probably already know what you're doing, but I would just be very careful and very slow, especially hooking up and dropping off. That would be my best advice. Everything that you do, just double check, triple check yourself with what you're doing, and I'm sure you'll do great. That's awesome to hear. Let's see here. Daniel Jeff wants to say, for the phone call. It was exciting to talk to you, a real celebrity. Yeah, I don't know who you talk to. I'm no celebrity, but appreciate that. Dario, I email. You never replied to my email. What's up, bro? Check your emails. Dario, I've just been slightly a little busy. I will definitely try to get back with you here soon. Sorry about that. I do have, honestly, I have quite a bit of emails from folks, but I will definitely try to get with you as soon as possible. I got married and working on my house and everything, so I will try to get with you, man. Upstate, what's going on? What's going on? Howdy. David, if you're able to wiring to the sender, sometimes a lost signal will mess with the gauge. Yeah, Dave, that's what I thought. Mine did the same thing, and that part of it is on the outside of the fuel tank, so you can literally wrap your arm around it and be able to fiddle with those electrical connectors on top of the fuel tank. There is enough space between the rail and the fuel tank to get your hand in there to be able to fiddle with that. So that's all I know. Getting auxiliary fuel tank. My guard, DOT inspection, fire extinguisher install dance tomorrow. Very good. To get us by for orientation. Awesome. Have to have that auxiliary tank. Yes. Love auxiliary fuel tanks. Very good. Well, about my own right guard. Why did I be able to find as far as deleting? It's not jailable, not even a DOT fine. They can, however, hold you until ABS shows up to do, if they choose to do that. Prayers for your back relief right now. Thank you, bandits. I appreciate it. My back is my lower left, like back. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I'm hurting pretty good here, so I do appreciate that. See here. Trying to catch up, everybody. Sorry. Mine, no issue. That's a baby. Getting good and broke in. There you go. Awesome. Michael, emissions delete is a civil issue and not criminal. The relief for this equates to a fine, not jail. That's prior law enforcement take. Very good, Michael Hayes. Thank you for sharing that. Not going to say who. Well, I know is coding like crazy and maybe ordered some parts to reduce an F4. Okay. It saves money in def. There you go, CT Off-Road. It saves money in def. Increase the possibility of your vehicle failing elsewhere. The vehicle, well, with all that stuff, and once you take it out, seems to go wrong badly. Oh dear. Crazy tuning tears stuff up, not disabling something. Transport bandits. Hey, farmers. Brother, marine and motorcycles. Absolutely. I'm just catching up, guys. Sorry. Most tuners do not offer a 0 horsepower tune. Find one you're golden. Transport. I saw you. I thought sent a follow. I could have forgotten. Mine is on 50 horsepower tune. Didn't want anything crazy. Man, I'm finally up to. Oh man, catching up with you guys. Very good. Hopefully I didn't skip a whole bunch of stuff, but don't think I did. Well, I'm going to go get some relief with ice or heat, or Kara can take me out back and shoot me. Whatever she needs to do, we'll make it happen. I do have my orange cream slushy thing here. This is going to be a part of my treatment, I think, as well. But I'm gonna cut it off for the night. I'm losing it here a little bit, in some pain. So I will catch you guys later. Oh, we got a few things. Well, ELD during orientation. Michael, I'm not the guy for that. I don't know about that. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I'm gonna go get some recovery help from my wife. I will catch you guys later. Hopefully you have a great night tonight, guys. Stay safe. God bless. See ya.